the sound of my voice.
They're on a brief delay. All right.
Well, I want the entire bar to hear my drink order, thank you.
I was welcoming you into the bar. You said you wanted something that tasted like space, right?
Yes, but you see, space smells like roast beef and burnt welding metal, and I don't want to taste that. As tempting as it is to taste the, charged ions of a supernova, I'm more interested in something that's a bit more pleasant than metallic roast beef.
So tell me, what is it that interests you about space so much?
So, it's one of those things that will cause an existential crisis if you think about it for a little bit too long, since, it is very big and we're very small. Very, very small on a cosmic scale, and, you wonder if you even matter at that point. But I always like to think of it as your mistakes don't even matter either. So that calms me down a little bit.
So because you're so cosmically tiny, nothing you do matters really in the long scale?
Exactly.
Oh.
Not even the mistakes that you make.
To get back to your question about a drink that tastes like something smells.
The dust cloud at the center of our galaxy around those supermassive black holes, they have a certain compound. It smells like raspberries, tastes like rum. Ethyl formate. The void of space smells distinctly like burnt metal, like from welding or roast beef. At least that's what most astronauts say after their spacewalk, and that's because of the charged particles from supernovae.
Bad Astra says that cosmic rays are the bomb is a quote from an actual astrophysicist.
And I'm ready to taste it.
Okay, so if cosmic rays are constantly burning stuff, constantly bombarding things and ionizing and burning, then I think it makes sense to come up with a cocktail that's going to be a little bit burny. So I think I've got just the thing for you, Eris. See, I've designed a special cocktail here for you. It's called the Smell of Science.
I thought it was the smell of space.
The smell of space, that was it. Smell of space, that's even better. We're going to need a mixer of some kind. Now, do you have a shaker? Oh, great.
I have a glittery one.
Ooh. Fun fact, and by fun fact I mean obnoxious fact. Those ones are called cobbler shakers as opposed to the Boston shakers that I've got here.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't mean anything to anybody, but it is a thing that you know now and can't unknow. Ha 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 ha!
Perfect!
We're going to need a shaker. We're going to need a measuring device. This one is called a jigger, but if you've got any kind of small measurer, yep, perfect, you've got a jigger. For those of you playing along at home, even a shot glass works. Fair warning, some shot glasses, like mine, are non-standard, so this is like a 2-ounce shot as opposed to a 1-ounce shot. Everything is going to be in ratio, so just do 2 of whatever you've got and 1 of whatever you've got. Don't worry too much about these specific measures if you don't have anything that is specifically measuring. We're going to need some apple whiskey.
Got it.
Beautiful. We're going to need some brandy.
Got just enough, I think.
That should be just about enough. And we're going to need some absinthe.
Got that too.
Perfect. So the first thing we're going to do is measure out our liquor. I am going to use my jigger here, and we're going to measure out 1 ounce of apple whiskey into our shaker tin.
I think this one's the 1 ounce, but if it's not, ratios.
Yeah. As long as you do 2 of it for the brandy, then it should all work out in the wash. Can this be scaled up to a gallon, asking for a friend? Yes. Just use quarts.
Just don't drink it all at once, because alcohol poisoning is a real thing.
Yeah, share with a friend.
Hydrate or dehydrate.
All right, so we're going to do 2 measures of brandy. So if we've got 1 measure of apple whiskey, 2 measures of brandy, we are going to put a sugar cube into the bottom of the tin.
So I have a little kitty one that I made from a silicone mold.
That's so good.
Right? It was the only one that has a tail still.
All right, drop that in there, and we're going to muddle this. Now, if you have a muddler, you can use your muddler. If you don't have a muddler, you can use a spoon or any other, lumpy thing. That's going to be perfect. All right, so just break up the sugar cube in the bottom there. The whole thing is we're just going to start it dissolving.
Bye, kitty.
Yep, bye, kitty.
R.I.P.
She's going to be delicious now.
It's okay. The kitties is going to a good place. And by that, I mean my stomach.
So go ahead and put a few d6 of cold damage into your mixing tin. Those are ice cubes if you're not a nerd like me.
So I didn't realize some of my ice cubes melted, and now my leg is cold. Beauty of live theater, folks.
There we go. All right, so put the lid on. If you've got a cobbler style like you do, yeah, make sure it's on there nice and tight. We're just going to shake it until the ice is broken up. So it should, you should be able to hear the ice not hitting the tops and bottoms anymore. All right, that should about do it. Astra says it's a time-honored tradition for physicists to kill cats, which is dark but accurate. All right, we're going to set that off to the side for now, and we're going to move on to preparing our glass. This is arguably the most important part because it's the most fun. So we are going to put just a little drizzle of absinthe into the bottom of the glass, and then we're going to roll it around inside, and this is called rinsing the glass with absinthe. You can also, if you get really fancy, you can get like a little sprayer or atomizer to rinse your glass with absinthe. I'm not that fancy, plus that means there's less absinthe in the bottom of the glass, and I'll be honest with you, that's not what I'm here for. So get it as close to the edge as you can without dripping it all over yourself, and if you do drip it all over yourself, don't feel bad, you're in good company. I do it every time. We are now going to take a sprig of rosemary. This is where the smell of space is going to come in. You just want a moderate chunk of rosemary sprig. And then you're going to need a match or a lighter. I'm going with one of these long wooden matches.
It's not about length. It's about the fire that comes off of it,
That's
right?
exactly right. Oh!
Did you almost set yourself on fire?
No, but the table. So what we're going to do is we're just going to toast the rosemary.
Let's see if this match will light.
And see how
so
it's a little bit glowy on there. All right.
So this should be on fire?
You want it smoldering. You don't want it actively on fire.
Get it on fire.
Drop that into the absinthe, and it should. Did you guys see the little foof of flame?
Physics was not on my side.
Trust us, it happened. It's kind of hard to do on camera. I've been fighting with fire for a long time. All right, so you've prepared your glass, you've rinsed it with absinthe, you've lit some rosemary on fire, you've put that rosemary down into the absinthe. Now we are going to strain our mixture from the tin into the glass.
Oh, I don't know if my ice broke up enough.
As long as it cooled down the drink, you're fine. Yours will just be slightly more potent.
Oh no! That sounds awful!
What a problem to have! You might say, oh, but that doesn't taste anything like roast beef or welding metal.
Oh
but,
no!
I submit to you, those would be gross.
The, smoldering of the rosemary definitely gives enough of a, roasted, toasted smell.
Yeah. All right.
There we go.
Cheers.
Cheers! Yep. That's nice.
Right?